Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about another delusional Caitlin Clark hater. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so with the notification bell when you do. If you like Rob, subscribe to our channel. If you like my new glasses,
Mark's new glasses.
Channel. We're going for 6,000. We're at 5,300, Rob.
All right. Well, I think those glasses are going to help, Mark. Not my finger. You've overtaken my finger now. Why they're going to subscribe now?
People might think I'm smarter than I am. Who knows? All right. Speaking of not being smart,
that subject, yeah.
We have a hater that's I think is just funny, so I brought it up. I don't know who the number one hater is. It's such a close race between Cheryl Swoops. There's just too many. I could go into.
Yeah, take a number. Pick a number.
Pick a number. This one's up there. Yeah, her first one happened September 17th. I didn't see this, but when I Googled her and this came up, I found this funny. Here's what she said. Her name is Roberta Rodriguez. She's a bilingual women's basketball journalist. Cough, cough. MBA in sports management. Founder at Beta Basket, Brazilian American. Here's my unsolicited opinion on Caitlin Clark and the whole de-escalation committee, which I don't even know what that is. I didn't even know there was a de-escalation committee.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know they had one.
Okay, what she says there is. Caitlin Clark behaves and exists like a white teenage boy. Now, that might be news to her boyfriend. She exists like a white teenage boy. Okay. Including using the...
Well, wait. My question, Mark, you were once a white teenage boy. Did you act like that? Like supposedly how she thinks Caitlin Clark asks when there's a foul. Did you act like that when you were playing?
No, I didn't.
Okay, see. Okay, well, that debunks that theory. Okay.
Including using the privileges, oh God, that come from being one. Oh, she's privileged, she's white, okay. It may all be giggles among the teammates for now, but getting your mostly black teammates to babysit you and finding it funny, especially when they start getting texts themselves as a result of your actions, has a really bad ring to it.
I think this whole thing has a bad ring to it. Babysit.
She went on.
we got to address this. So her Caitlin Clark's black players are babysitting her when she kind of goes off on the referees who never call any fouls on her and whose coach never stood up for her. So she's got to take the initiative to watch out for
that's not important. That is a made up narrative, Rob. One of those made up narratives. This is not happening. The refs are fair to Caitlin Clark.
Oh, that's right. She was privileged. That's right. She was privileged. She gets all the calls.
She's got a special whistle.
That's right. Someone did say that. A player, Angel Reese, did say she's got a special whistle.
No, I've been saying that all year by people that criticize her whining. Guess what? I would whine too if I didn't get the benefit of the calls, like 3/4 of the games that I play. In the other games, I basically got fair calls. I never got the benefit of the calls if I was Caitlin Clark. That's in my mind. And 3/4 of the time, I was in the short end of the stick on calls. I would find that very, very frustrating myself. And I don't think I could handle it. And I think I would go off on the refs too. I'm sure I would have got some technicals.
Oh, yeah, I would. Well, you shouldn't have as a player. Your coach should have gotten the technicals for you.
Right.
And that's why Sides is gone.
Especially if my coach, like Rob just said, didn't go to bat for me, which she didn't. No. So that's part of the reason she's getting these technicals, and part of the reason she's reacting is because her coach isn't reacting. Mm-hmm. But those facts escape this journalist who's got an MBA in sports management who doesn't know how to be objective. But she goes on, Rob.
Yeah.
She is surely cool about it being de-escalated, but had things to say about being fouled. Well, of course, if you're being fouled all the time, you're not getting calls. Wouldn't you say something? Okay, we just went over that. Okay. She sees players being destroyed. Oh, my God, they were destroyed, Rob. In her name, and doesn't do anything about it. These poor players are destroyed. Oh, my God. I don't even think they're in the league anymore, Rob. It was so bad.
I saw them on the sidelines, Mark, these destroyed players. It was like, Dragon Ball Kamehameha. They got freaking blasted, I guess.
That makes it impossible to appreciate Caitlin Clark beyond her basketball, which she probably doesn't even appreciate as it is, but that's another story. Especially when you have players who are much more poised than her being called the most horrible things. I don't know, is there teammates she's talking about or other players on other teams that are so poised? And are they really that poised? I mean, look at the behavior of Kennedy Carter, Dejanay Carrington, Angel Reese,
Alyssa
Thomas. They're poised?
Yeah.
Please. Okay. All right. So, all right. Anyways, this is what she says. And then there was a picture of 4 black male basketball players screaming at the refs about calls and says, a white teenage boy like these guys. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was good.
And another person said to her, which I thought was a great succinct way of saying it, it's okay to be a hater, Roberta. You don't have to do all this mental gymnastics to pretend this is some form of moral protest. I wish I could top that line.
That's great. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yes, Caitlin Clark did whine to the refs after going through a whole season of not getting calls. I think Aaliyah Boston did get a technical trying to protest for Caitlin Clark on a call. I think that's what she's talking about, her players getting a call for her. But Aaliyah Boston wasn't in danger of getting, too many technicals to get suspended for a game. So, hey, what do you got to do?
So, I mean, if you have her, who's one of the most mild-mannered players in the league, getting a technical, then you know something's wrong. And then Caitlin Clark, who's always taking the high road on her flagrant fouls and other fouls, she even in the press conferences or getting poked in the eye, she says really nothing, takes the high road. But I think her frustration, she takes it on the referees because, come on, what the heck? What are you doing?
It's okay for other players and coaches to complain about the refs, but not Caitlin Clark because she's privileged. Or is she really privileged? She's probably anti-privilege in this league. She's the opposite of privilege in this league. But so far, I've seen nothing to indicate that she has privilege in this league whatsoever, Rob.
Well, there is a white privilege with the league when it comes to coaches. When the Minnesota coach can go off and complain about how physical the game was and how they
got robbed. He didn't get fined. Yeah, but the black lesbians control this league. They're the ones that have privilege in this league. We're not talking about society. We get that white males like myself, we have a little bit of privilege, whatever. We get that. Okay, but in this league, they don't. Okay. Mm-hmm. The whites do not have privilege in this league, and that's just the way it is. The black.
How you like that, Mark? Huh? How's it like? How you like that, Mark? How's it feel?
I don't know. I'm not in the league. Doesn't affect me.
Oh, okay. All right.
But the white straight males in our society, yeah, okay, you can say there's an advantage to being a white straight male in our society. I can get that, but I don't consider it a privilege. I just consider it some of an advantage, and I don't feel guilty about it. And I don't think it's a big a deal as some people make it out to be, but that's my personal opinion. But I don't think Caitlin Clark has privilege. I think she has been everything opposite of privilege in this league, where they've done everything to hold her down for whatever reason. You can read into that however you want. Yeah. We've already got into all the reasons. I think there's 5 of them, and none of them are proper reasons for doing that. This is not the only time she's posted things about Caitlin Clark.
Oh,
she's a hater. She's posted several things, but I'm going to give you the 2 biggest ones. That was September 17th. Okay. This is just as bad, but even more illogical. Another one from her that came out October 23rd, which is, I guess, what is today, Rob? Today is 29th, so it's 6 days ago.
It was a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, so she said, curious as to how players would feel. I know everyone will have ownership share, but not sure if that includes the media deal. Truth is, Cece is not nearly close to Messi, which isn't true. I know it just came out in a rating by an English, not a U.S. company, an English company for international stars. Caitlin Clark was voted the 4th most marketable athlete in the world, and Lionel Messi was 5th. So not to say she's not close, she's rated higher than Messi is silly.
Right.
She went on, if Unrivaled stand for fairness, well, I don't know if that's going to be the case. The WNBA doesn't stand for fairness, so why would the Unrivaled League? But okay, I'll go on.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll digress. Yeah.
And that's a big miss. Either offer all the players the same contract or beat. Oh, well, okay. Does the people get the same contract in the NBA or the WNBA? No, of course not. That's silly already. This woman is, I don't know what word to use, moronic.
Yes.
Or be transparent about why some are different than others. I'm sure they'll be transparent. Why do they be transparent? Everybody knows why Caitlin Clark is going to have a bigger offer. You don't have to, not hiding it. I mean, geez.
Right.
Oh my God, this woman is so dumb.
Yeah, she's really delusional, crazy.
She went on. Can't possibly imagine how Dejanay Carrington, who was one of the main targets of racism due to her rivalry with Caitlin Clark. Okay, first of all, it was her racism towards Caitlin Clark that got her some criticism. And second of all, there's no rivalry with Caitlin Clark, okay?
No.
She's just trying to make her name for herself by all the things that she posts, which are bad posts, by the way, on X about Caitlin Clark. And she's the one that started with the racism and attacking Caitlin Clark by saying all she does is shoot threes. There's nothing more to her game. Okay, so let's stop it with that. She's a victim here. All right, forget it. All right.
Right. And then when people responded to it, mostly Caitlin Clark fans or people, not even people just fans of the game responded to it. Then she plays the victim, says, "Oh, they're all against me because of my race." No, it's against you because of what you said.
And then when she poked her in the eye, whether it was on purpose or an accident, she handled it very poorly afterwards. And then she did a skit thinking it was so funny. It's not so funny if you poke someone in the retina. It could get blind. But anyways, she went on. So how Dejanay Carrington will feel if CC is rewarded with a 7-figure deal despite multiple player efforts to get her to stand by them. Not sure what that last sentence means, but she went on, really, in quotes, hope Stewie and Fee are not taking this lightly and that they are being properly advised. Why, by idiots? Properly advised by idiots is what I want to say.
Who are advised by who? Yeah, who are they going to be advised by?
That's why it's very important to choose the VC you want backing your startup. At the end of the day, you'll have the final say. The best comment I saw was this one, Rob. Tell me you don't understand business, marketing, and market value without saying it. Now, of course, there's a quote here from what Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier put out about the leagues. That means a 6-figure base salary outside their equity stakes. But both players and agents have been told up front the league will not take one-size-fits-all approach toward compensation. Instead, players will be paid on a sliding scale. The bigger their stardom, the bigger their social media following, the more players will earn.
Yeah, which makes sense. So I mean, how are you going to pay have a base pay for a player? Not even Caitlin Clark. So what's Andrew Reese is going to get the same? Everybody, it's going to be all even, and then they make the profit out of it. I don't understand. Their business.
Well, this woman has an MBA in sports management and in journalism. Her research first before she makes such a inaccurate statement. She should know this. She should know that's how they do it. And Caitlin Clark is the biggest straw in women's basketball, period, by a large margin. So why wouldn't she get the biggest offer? It'd be really illogical.
Why do you think they keep going after trying to get her in there? They're trying. They're bending over backwards trying to get her to get in this league.
I don't know what to say, Rob. She's a moron. Other people made comments down below that said, all you ever do is see race, blah, blah, blah. You're obsessed with race. They called her all sorts of names and all sorts of things that I won't say. The criticism is deserving. She's a Clark hater. Put her on the list for top 10, Rob.
Yep, she's got that. She picked that number. There's a long line, but I think she's moved up.
She might have moved up to the top 5.
She's passing Cheryl Swoops on this one. I mean, wow, that's pretty bad. If you could pass Cheryl Swoops, she's definitely up there.
When you go to journalism school, you're taught objectivity. Some of these people that have podcasts and are making comments in X are just lay people. They don't have a degree in journalism. Okay, so she should know better than all these other people about being objective. She is clearly not objective. Okay, for whatever reason, whether it's racism or not, she hates Caitlin Clark. She should just stop commenting on her because she can't give a good take on it. She can't give a fair take. She talked about fairness. What about her giving a fair take about Caitlin Clark?
Right.
How about that?
I mean, a white teenage boy. What is that supposed to mean? Like,
I don't know, Rob. Is it? If I was a white teenage boy, I'd be really insulted.
I don't know. I was a black teenage boy. When I played basketball and there was a bad call, I kind of went off.
Oh no, only white boys complain about calls, Rob.
Oh, that's true. That's right, Mark. When I played basketball in the high school, which was our high school was mostly white, I had to grab many of my players, from attacking.
You had to pull them away from the ref.
Oh yeah, that was in fact. That's what the coach said. That's Rob. Your main job is to hold back our white players.
I don't know what to say. White people have privilege, according to her, so they're allowed to do this. So, what about the fact that she was the only one that got technical calls for hitting a staunch and Taurasi didn't? Who had privilege there? Please.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so stop it. She's silly. All right. Anyways, let us know what you think down below. This woman is delusional and she's insane, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you waiting for? Please do so, hit the notification bell when you do. And join us for our live show every Monday, except for major holidays, 6 to 8 Eastern time. And if you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.